What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As promised, I have for you today the Lionscool V4. This is their leg extension leg curl, the fourth version of it. They've made upgrades to this. I'm actually gonna read it off their website to make sure I'm accurate, okay, guys? So, the V4 has reduced gaps and tolerances, strengthened weight arm junction, and balanced weight horn design. They did add a second weight horn in the back. I think some people in prior versions had an issue with the plates sliding off the machine. Upgraded aluminum pulley, good job. More flexible adjustment. It has 9 adjustments for the leg pad there. They say it fits taller users and an enlarged base. The base is enlarged and extended rear feet significantly increases overall stability. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, because if you just watched my intro video, if you look at the bottom leg, it's lifting off the ground while I'm doing the leg curls and a little bit with the leg extension. I don't know why that is. After I filmed that, I actually loosened and tightened the stuff to see if it was something that I did, but it still looks like it's flexing. The frame is flexing there. I just want to get that out of the way, something to point out. I was doing 45 pounds on those leg curls and 180 pounds on the leg extensions. So take that what you will. You see it in the video. Getting to the things that I like about the Lionscool. For the price, $400 some odd or so. At the time of filming this, I think I paid about $400 plus tax. So they got it to me in a couple days, bought it on Amazon. I'll make sure I put a link in the description if you're interested. Some other improvements that I noticed that they made on this machine is that the leg pad in the front has a pop pin in it where you can flip it around the other way to get better range of motion. Prior to this, people were having to unscrew, flip it, screw it back in every time. They added the pop pin. Good idea. Not a pop pin, but you know, you'll see. It's like you could pull it out and put it back in pin. I really enjoy the cable system on this. You get a constant weight throughout the motion. And I used my crane scale to weigh it so you guys could see what the weight of this machine is. They claim it's close to a 1-to-1. My crane scale says that it weighs more when you pull it, obviously, than what's loaded on the machine. So let's look at the footage now of that. Now, something that I do want to point out that I think is concerning, and I wonder if it's going to be an issue going forward. I haven't looked to see if people had an issue in the past. Where the cable attaches after it comes out of the pulley, when the machine is in motion, the cable has the potential, I think, to weaken because it's rubbing on metal. And I'll show it to you here. I'm not sure if there's a way that they could adjust this, or if they could maybe put some other material on the metal so that it isn't a metal on cable, friction there. The machine definitely is nice in terms of the tolerances. I know they said they improved tolerances. Make sure you tighten this thing down, because I noticed that some of the hinges were rattly and stuff, and then once I tightened it down really, really tight, almost like compressing them, it did become better. So that's something I'm gonna say, make sure that you do. Handles here are flipped from the V3. I'm not exactly sure why. On their next version, I'm sure there's gonna be a version 5, they need to add some sort of adjustability for the seat so it can go up and down. I wouldn't actually adjust it maybe for me the way that it is now, so it's good, but it's not a one size fits all for everyone. So I think that some people are going to benefit if this is adjustable. Atlas Strength, I think that's the name, they have a version of this where they have a sundial on the pad that would allow for more adjustment. That would be a good idea too, but obviously you can't just take everything from someone else. I noticed my roller is a little crooked. I contacted the company about it today. I'll see what they say. I don't think it will be an issue long-term. When I was using the machine, I didn't feel anything weird with it, but it is a visual thing, so it's something that I wanted to point out to you guys. Padding on this machine is nice. It's thicker than like the cheaper GMWD stuff. Before having this machine, I had the GMWD leg extension which actually when I bought it was basically around the same price as what this is now. This thing absolutely destroys it. I wouldn't buy that machine again if you paid me, compared to having something like this. So this is a good machine in that respect. I would put it sort of in like a mid-level quality. It does feel robust when you're building it. The frame feels nice. Obviously the video that I showed using it shows that flex, which I'm a little perplexed about as I film this, because I wasn't expecting that. But I don't know if that's just my personal experience. I'm gonna have to keep going over this machine and seeing if you know, that's something I can try to adjust. I tried to loosen and tighten everything again in the legs to see if I could change it, but I'm not so sure that I'm gonna be able to dial that out in any way. A pet peeve that I have, companies, please, when you have your weight horns, you have to add like those bumpers on it so that the plates don't hit the metal. I'll show it to you here. I added the pieces from my leg press that I had extra pieces so that they wouldn't smack metal on metal. So that's another thing. Company says this has a 600-pound weight limit on the weights. I was using 180 pounds, which felt extremely heavy. I could probably keep going, but obviously to go heavier would be crazy, you know, in terms of 600 pounds, obviously. So that's something to keep in mind. Whether it can handle it, maybe. Would I want to do that? Absolutely not, because you saw some of the flexing in the frame when I was using it for more so the hamstrings than I was for my quads. And that was only with 45 pounds. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen when you load more weight. In that respect, I don't wanna hurt myself trying to just get the machine to flex. So I'm not gonna do that. I don't want this to come off negative. I think this is a good piece of equipment. I think that it's much better than what I had when I had the GMWD pendulum version. You know, is it the end of the road? Not for me. Do I think that it's a really good piece of equipment for someone that's looking for that $400 leg extension and is tired of a pendulum system that doesn't, you know, give you constant tension on the muscle? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for that. If I tried to compare it to like the GMWD hip abductor machine, it's not at that quality level. It's really good. It's a lot better than the leg extension was. But it's somewhere middle of the road. I do think it punches, you know, above its weight class, but it does have shortfalls, obviously. So it's not a perfect machine in any way, shape, or form. Adjusting the machine is very simple. All you do is pull here, adjust, pull back, adjust. Really simple. So I hope this is helpful. You know, the thing is that I couldn't make this video and say, oh man, this is the perfect machine for $400, because it's apparent even just when I'm using it in that video that leg is lifting up off the ground. I don't know why it's doing that. So it's something I really need to analyze. I don't feel that I'm gonna be getting rid of the machine anytime soon, like returning it to Amazon or anything like that. I don't like to do that when I buy something. But I want you guys to know what to expect if you're getting this machine. So I hope this is useful. You know, I'm gonna put a link in the description to this. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.